And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. Time for Money is a Motive. Tonight, we're focusing on a nationwide protest happening Friday. An all-out economic blackout protesting high prices everywhere. We all can relate. It encourages everyone to not buy anything for 24 hours. Could this blackout have a real economic impact? Joining us to talk about it, CPA Lucy Petry and media personality KG Smooth. So first of all, KG, are you participating in this blackout?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that this has always been a fantasy of mine for, black folks specifically, but for the people to not spend, to show our power, the economic spending power that we have, especially in the black community. In 2024, a $1.8 trillion spending power, like that's a nation within a nation that can, have our own stuff. So I think that you got to hit them where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? All of these protests and rallies, yeah. They get the eyes on it, but it's not working. You got to hit them where it hurts, and that's in the pocket.
And who do you ultimately want to send the message to? Elected officials also, or just businesses, corporate America?
All of the above. I mean, we know that most of our elected officials have these corporate lobbyists that they have to keep, happy, and it's all connected. So I wanted to send a message to both of them, all of them. Like, we are fed up. How you all are treating us is egregious. And if you don't stop it, we are going to stop spending to make the laws and the policy changes that need to be made to make the life for American people better.
And Lucy, we've already seen a small example of this as a result of many corporations pushing out DEI, companies like Target. Target was recently, or may still be, the target of a boycott by black people, and now they're being sued by their shareholders because they said, you didn't tell us that this was happening and you didn't tell us about your policy change. Can this work economically?
I don't know. We don't have a lot of data to support that this actually works. I hope it does. I think we have to be more precise in targeting specifically a business or a product. When they went after Budweiser, that was very effective. Not that I'm condoning it by any means, but I think if we were to go specifically after a product or a store, we'll have a better outcome, and we'll have more public awareness. We'll have potentially revenue declines. I think it will really depend on our ability to target and get the information out and really rally the population to participate. I think if it's just too wide, we may not get the outcome that we need.
And for those who are looking for a true motivating factor of this, if you just hear there's going to be a blackout, you're like, but why? Why?
Right.
Why? That's the question. Why?
Exactly. The purpose has to be specific. And we just had a Day Without Immigrants recently. And it was a great concept, but we didn't hear anything else of it. Maybe in California it was more effective. Here it wasn't as much, but that was a much more specific activist purpose. I think DEI as a whole may not necessarily be enough. I think we have to pick specific. Is it hurting the local black community? Is it hurting the women? Is it hurting the Hispanic? And we have to target that segment of society and rally them. I think this is too general and not going to be effective enough.
Well, to that point, I would rally for people to patron with black-owned businesses, Mexican-owned businesses, those local mom and pop shops. If you absolutely have to spend, on Friday, the message is to the big corporations like, hey, the way that you are acting is totally out of bounds, and we are going to stop spending our money if you don't stop these egregious practices. So helping the local community, the local businesses, absolutely, yeah. But, these corporations, they need to, it's time for them to pony up and stop the madness. Stop the madness.
All right. Thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored.